Good morning, guys. I hope you guys had a great day yesterday. I had to leave early. Um, had something get done, but yesterday we had this beautiful setup on SPX and VIX. When before the setup, I sent the chart in, but that setup takes many hours to form and a few days, right? Sometimes it forms faster, sometimes it takes long. It was just too beautiful of a setup. If you were on voice chat, and I mentioned that I'm about to pull a trigger on something is forming, but unfortunately missed my entry by 2 cents. Right, I've been missing a lot of great entries the last few weeks, but that's fine. I still won't chase. Sometimes you could kind of go on that streak. But we had this beautiful entry on SPX right here above this level right here. Right, there's a reason behind this that my entry. So for this, if you guys want to find out, I'll probably go live in premium chat today. Right, so I won't give this out here. So we had the perfect top yesterday, and then obviously, Bucky, congrats on leading the 100-200% on your SPY. But on SPX, let's go over daily. And somebody remind me in the daytime. Maybe I'll share my screen and I'll go over this whole scenario, why it happened. But anyways, on the daily, one thing that you guys want to notice after this huge rally, what we've seen is the consolidation phase. We started saying this basically a few days ago, and it looks like we're absolutely right. Right, we are in the consolidation phase now, and now we just want to see the ranges. If you guys read the gamma, if you guys have been reading the gamma for the last few months, you should understand it now. And if you don't understand it, that's fine. Keep reading it, but try to put it to work. Right? It's something you don't understand. Do a lot of research. Right? There will be a lot of external research required, obviously, because I can only explain so much to you guys. Right? It takes a long time, but once you guys understand SPX and the gamma and the options data, these things will improve your trading by so much you have no idea. Personally, in the last 6 months, my accuracy has gone up way above, like way high. Right? So this is something that I highly recommend. And then instead of gamma, I started following my own practically I look at options myself, and like I come up with my own assumptions now, which is even better, so my brain works faster. But here we're in the consolidation phase. Now let's see what happens. The levels here on SPX, I'll give you guys 4500, 4510 is the top resistance level we have, right? And if we go above it, we're likely to come back down, right? Only way to go higher, we need some solid news or a catalyst, right? Where is this coming from? If you read the gamma, even they also say it, and personally I agree with them, right? So I do agree with them. We need some positive news or catalyst in order to go higher. Now to go down, same thing, right? Or else we do have support all the way at 44.73. I think we're gonna open up around here, then 44.50 and 4400. Put wall is now 4100, I believe. Volatility trigger, if I'm not wrong, is 4400, I think. Yeah, 4400. All right. So above 4400 is a strong support level. This volatility trigger. If we go near 4400, there's a very good chance that we're gonna bounce from 4400 and come back right up. All right. And there's another scenario that's forming here. Maybe if that play comes, I'm probably gonna jump in. I'll announce it. But these are levels you want to pay attention, and there will be a lot of consolidation. And one thing that I do want to say in this market, if you bought puts yesterday, let's say for example, if you were in Apple, right? I had some bear spreads that I put on, and they went up nice, right? I think they went to $1.70. We collected $2 premium, and they went to $1.70. So that was 30 cents same day collecting credit, which is a huge play, right? You cannot compare that with puts. It's different. But if you collect money from somewhere, right? And let's say you collect 200 bucks. At the end of the day, the value is $170. That's $30 profit for not paying something, no? So you take your profits, like you lock them in, because next day could be anything. Because right now the day, the market where we are is in consolidation. So yesterday Apple had a nice little sell-off here, like a little weird candle, and now it's up pre-market. One thing I will say on this daily, I'll write this down. The title also today is "Take Your Profit and Manage." This is not a swinging market just yet. If you're swinging, I hope you're swinging both with certain names to the long side and certain names to the put side that you have done your research on, right? So take your profits on the same day. It will help you, right? And if you're doing 10 trades, for example, you nail 7 on which you take profits, the 3 losers you stop out, you're still up net, right? Your account, as long as the account is growing, that's what matters. So taking your profits is an art. It's something that you have to understand, and don't get too greedy. Oh, that I'm gonna nail it. I'm gonna nail it. Another beautiful play we had yesterday was AXP, right? A huge bearish candle. The play happened. Are we still in the? Does this continue? Maybe, but today, if it comes down, if it consolidates up a little bit pre-market, if it consolidates and comes back here, what are you gonna do? Now the chart looks bullish to the upside because it's bull flagging. Here it looked bearish, it came down, there's low volatility expected, you scale out your profits, right? If you think it's just going to keep on continue going down, which I think it will, right? I also have XP, but at the same time, you want to scale out some profits. We caught the 190. That's a $6 move down or a $5 move down that we caught. At 191, 192, I believe we went short on the XP, right? And that's a huge move. So you want to lock in some profits, scale out to protect your account, and then hold the rest maybe with a break-even target if it comes back up. Because if EXP now comes back up here towards these levels, 190 now is forming a bull flag, right? Now the structure becomes bullish. What are you going to do now, right? So this bearish structure played out, you lock in your profits. If we see continuation below here, then you can roll out some profits maybe, or just hold the small position that you might have remaining, right? In this market, if you learn to take your profits, you will do much better than anyone else, right? That's one tip I can give you. Uber has some news with the New York City, to get all their taxis on their app, which is huge news. Let's see how that works out. But we do have the 50 MA just right above here at 35-ish. So that will be a hard level. So let's see how Uber plays out. But I think it might be basing a strong form above 30. If the market in the coming months, weeks decides, or days, on SPX we build a bull form, and we decide to break out above 45.20, 45.30, then Uber is one name that can probably go towards $40. All right. So this is one name that I do have on my radar that we might retest these levels if these levels are held, and then we can play it, right? But again, for me, the setup is not there yet. I'm still waiting. All right, right now this is a strong support, and let's see how this one holds. Tesla, beautiful play. Congrats to you on your last contracts yesterday. I don't know if you're still holding or sold the last piece, but congrats. 7 days, he actually held through this entire run, right? He had a few layers for the last week, and then he has some for this week, right? And amazing play. And now it's just near resistance here. Personally, I do want to short Tesla, and yesterday I wasn't here, but Tesla actually gave us a high of 1,040. Exactly 1,040, the level where I wanted to short Tesla. I did mention in the chat 1-2 times, and I'm just seeing this now. Wow. But so that was a 40-point move down, right? Why 1,040? Right, I will give you guys a small hint. Ever since that we formed this on Tesla back in October, this became my level instantly, right? This action right here, my levels became instant. Why here? Because when Tesla broke out, here's where the first time, the 2 days, they gave a Tesla trouble at 1,040, 1,070 zone. This zone right here, right? And then after, it's still squeezed out, but then, these people who were here, they got probably squeezed out, but then we made a double topping pattern here. And then obviously throughout this entire time, this level became a magnet, as you guys can see. And now to get through this level, it won't be easy. To get through this level, it won't be easy, right? So 1,040 is definitely a short for me on Tesla. And if it gets to 1,040 is the first resistance, right? And then 1,070, if it gets there, is another short opportunity, all right? And unless we see some orders go through like at a bigger level, then we see what happens. But 1,040, 1,070, there are some sellers at these levels. That I can tell you for sure. All right, and then we see how we base here. If we start forming a little copy pattern here and see anything, then there's a good chance that we might come and retest the 50 MA on these names, right? So we might go up and come and retest these names, and then we see how the market holds. Do we get some negativity on the market to go down, or do we base here and then go higher? That the coming days will tell. But right now the 50 MA retest will be coming. Some names that you want to keep an eye for 50 MA is right here. Square is one name that I'm keeping an eye on. If we do get the 50 MA test, I think I will play this name to the upside. So I'm roughly looking for 115, 120, which will happen to be this right here. You see how all these things line up when they happen, right? Which will be roughly this zone right here. That this is where you want to cast square. This will confirm a strong base, and then we can play this back towards 140. All right. PayPal is, I think, just still trying to get to the 50 MA. It's not there. It's still weak. If the market flushes, then this can even see more new lows. All right. While the other names might test the 50 MA, these can see lower. Right. It's a possibility. So wait until this sets some more. I think. Baba, beautiful play by T yesterday on. Let's go over. I think he called PDD. He called the 53 puts. And man, I think it was above 50 MA. He probably saw that this chart was extended on the 5 minute, right? As much as I understand his trading, and he called the puts right here. This was a great play. I think I had to leave at that time, but around this zone, and ran average, and then it came down. So I hope you guys managed well if you followed him, and that was a great play. And China is kind of weak today, opening minor red. Let's see how it holds. Overall, just consolidating this huge move, right? PTD went up so much, almost 100% in the last few days from the lows. That's a big move, all right? So the market cap doubled pretty much. Baba, nice little consolidation here. Now we see if it's able to hold above this 50 MA, or if the market gives up and if China's weak, we might even come fill this gap. Who knows? You never know. 100 can come again. And then if we get more weakness, then I would not be surprised to see 77, 75 again on Baba. It's just a possibility that I see. But again, if we build up here and we hold and we take over the 124 level is the level that I'm watching now. We hold above 124, then obviously we have all the way towards 130 and then all the way for 137, 130. All right. So keep a close eye on Baba. Amazon, a little bearish candle yesterday, but again, it's just a one-day move. Overall, the structure is still bullish on many of these names. These are just inside candles. They're just holding here. Let's see how it holds here, and if Amazon comes to retest the 50 MA around the 3050 level, whatever this happens to be at that time, it could be a great play for a 50-70 point move to the upside. If we reach 3050, there's a good chance that it goes back up towards another 3200 or 3150. That'll be a 100-point move. So it's up to you to catch it. It's up to you what you do with the information. All right. And Karthik Apple I did go over. All right. Many green days. Can they continue to keep going up? We need some strong news from Apple now. Something that they're announcing that we have not expected before, right? In order for this to go higher. And now 170 is hard resistance, right? A lot of supply here, right? A lot of supply here, as you guys can see. And before the Apple breakout here, you guys want to note that they were selling Apple at these levels below 170, right before it broke out. All right, so don't forget this. These levels come in play at times like this now. All right, Apple broke out, wasn't able to hold. We came underneath, and now can we hold at these levels again? Right, a lot of uncertainty in the market, a lot of resistance above 170 and under hold, or 168. We go towards 165, and then we see. But here, Apple, we were I think playing all day yesterday, and we caught some good moves on it because I read the entire chat after. You guys nailed it, right? LB nailed the Neo, I think, to the upside yesterday. I'm not sure upside or downside, but I saw that you guys nailed IWM as well. Many plays were nailed. IWM options moved up a lot, right? And now I think it's just retesting the 205s. No, sorry, the 50 MA 201, right? So I did see that LB played this a lot yesterday, and congrats on your plays, because IWM puts go up by a lot when they go down, right? Know these things on certain names. When you know that there's volatility expected, when you know a big downside may happen or upside, IWM is a great name where options go up 200, 300, 400% like within half an hour. There's one name on IWM. Keep it on your radar. With this, guys, thank you again. Today maybe a quiet day, unless we have some bad news that come out, then we see lower, and then Friday we see what happens. And another thing on zero expiry days. Last few weeks, a lot of Vanna showed up. There were huge rallies happening in the last few weeks, but now they're likely to die down for some time until volatility comes in. All right, until we get more puts put on in the market, and that's when those rallies will come in. So don't expect those rallies every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because you're just going to be throwing money away. All right, there may be some, but small ones. So for those Vanna rallies to happen, we need some put flows, more puts, so that short covering can happen. All right. With this, thank you. God bless. We'll see you guys back on voice chat. Manage well. Take your profits.